The Gypsy Tymes by AnnaShea Downey, teaching communities to learn how to help a much-needed tipping point by teaching rehabilitation, proactive violent prevention terminologies to learn how to use within the community and on social media. To educate the raw truths about the groups who are implementing toxic violent community dynamics, the broken system, corruptions, gangs, and many other groups. To teach how to create a shift where we as a community engage for humanity to overcome violence, poverty, and underdevelopment. The Gypsy Tymes is brought to you by AnnaShea's online Gypsy Wagon, the ultimate online boutique offering a wide selection of great products. Are you tired of the online shopping craze and not receiving the products that you were promised? Yet you still need quality products and that special gift for the holidays. Introducing AnnaShea's online Gypsy Wagon, your new friendly neighborhood online store offering a wide selection of products right to your door. AnnaShea's Gypsy Wagon is an affiliate for great businesses located in the United States, delivering the quality products that you deserve. Shopping AnnaShea's online Gypsy Wagon is easy and convenient. Browse AnnaShea's online Gypsy Wagon website anytime at AnnaShea'sOnlineGypsyWagon.com. That's AnnaShea'sOnlineGypsyWagon.com. Hello, and welcome back to the Gypsy Tymes. I am your host, AnnaShea Downey. This segment of the Gypsy Tymes is for me to educate you, the United States citizens, what happens to your health while you live in this long-term type of violence, while you're exposed to this type of violence. Our media will not give you the information, and or if they do give you a small segment of the information, it's not played enough for you right now for your brain to catch the information. So I am going to educate you. I have educated many in the epidemic battlefield and woke them up to what they want us to adapt to during this moment in time. Violence creates both immediate and long-term physical and mental health issues, including trauma, cardiovascular problems, respiratory issues, and increased risks for chronic diseases like cancer. Mentally, it can lead to conditions such as depression, anxiety, implement PTSD, and suicidal behavior. These effects are often compounded by long-term stress while you're exposed to violence, which can alter the body's health, and by indirect consequences like social isolation or limited access to health care. See, violence can create a series of health issues, both physical and mental, even if you're only the indirect target. Direct targets, of course, have trauma, such as injuries ranging from bruises, broken bones, to more serious conditions like traumatic brain injury. However, directly and indirectly, as a target, you can gain cardiovascular diseases, a high risk of high blood pressure, stroke, heart attacks, and heart disease. As indirect and direct targets of violence, you can have higher rates of asthma and breathing problems, chronic pain and other disorders, sleep disorders, increased inflammations. Long-term exposure to violence can lead to chronic inflammation, and that is linked to many different diseases. Behavioral issues, stress-related effects, long-term and short-term. If you are an indirect target or a direct target. Our children can gain serious academic problems and difficulty with learning, language, and academic performances. See, the healthcare information, you would need to hear it every day. While I was on radio, an account executive for clientele, we knew to play 10 to 15 times of whatever product we were advertising. But that was products for you to buy. Now, with all of us in violence, crime, and other toxic community dynamics, our brain is the product of this environment. Someone that I use constantly as an example who tried to implement a tipping point throughout the United States is Erin Brockovich. She tried to tell her community, don't drink the water, don't bathe in it, don't swim in it. But her community continued to consume a water contamination that even doctors told the community not to drink. Now, we who've been in advertising, we who've been in media, we ask questions about how you buy products. When do you buy products? Why does ones like in Erin Brockovich's story, why do you adapt and not help and implement a tipping point? And why would you drink the water? Is that really a conspiracy? Is that this whole blowing the whistle or snitching on someone? No, we were brainwashed. We were mind controlled. And now we are mind controlled more than ever. In the epidemic battlefield, I have rehabilitated many in every profession just by speaking the truth to this reality that we live in. The violence that we live in right now is shutting your brain down, but you can rehab out of it. If you listen to my voice, if you listen to the information, if you do not become the product of this environment, and you become media, you become the journalist inside of your community, learning terminologies as a unit on social media and inside of the community can actually help shift this problem. Media is a big tool, but the people who own media is not allowing that tool to be used properly during this moment in time. Many true crime podcasts is only reactive storytelling. All of us who have been in media, but not allowed back in media to implement the rehabilitation, proactive violent prevention, to rehabilitate our economy, to problem solve. They won't let us do it. But you can, as a community, as a unit, you can learn. You can learn how to help shift this problem as an expert. It doesn't take a college degree. It doesn't take you as somebody who is rich, and maybe you're even poor. I've been poor for telling the truth. I've been poor for going against our corrupted infrastructures, broke systems. Many people have been poor over the generations for going against what people are doing to us in the United States of America. Many people have been targeted to implement the proper tipping points. You can help implement a tipping point right now if you learn how to use social media. No more excuses. You're not going to just use the term, just pray about it. You're not going to use excuses as all the other states are going through it as well. You're not going to use any excuse. You're not going to want to obstacle nor sabotage any information that you could be using right now in your community. and on social media to help implement a tipping point, to start curbing the violence and crime, to start preventing the violence and crime. See, media can do this right now. They're the ones with the paychecks implementing reactive storytelling. Reactive storytelling places a spotlight on the groups who implement toxic, violent community dynamics. Gangs, mafias, broken systems, corruptions love that spotlight. But if you learn the terminologies, if you engage on social media as a unit with the same terminologies, such as I order and command my public safety and my quality of life to be implemented right now in my community by leaders, media, and other groups who have the position and the control right now. Could you imagine billions of people saying that at one time? I order and I command our public safety and our quality of life developments to be implemented now. You will be commanding and directing your leaders where you want to go, where you want your community to be. There's many other terminologies. It's time to learn them. This segment is about your health and what happens to your health when you live in violence, when you live in this type of toxic community dynamic and toxic violent community dynamic as a direct target or as an indirect target. The doctors now have the MRI scans available for you to look up on Google. Those MRI scans are of young people, old people, every age group who have lived as an indirect or direct target of violence, including gunfire. They have a deduction of gray and white matter of the brain and other deductions of the part of the brain that you need for your health. I'm asking you to start listening and start sharing my information. They're not going to let me back in media. They're not going to let me take that microphone back to teach you and or to announce it. Radio airwaves reaches many people, including mafia and corruptions, broken systems, but not just radio, TV, billboards. All of these media tools are not being used right now. You can also direct your media and teach them how to be the expert by giving them the example that you will never submit, nor adapt, nor condition to this type of violence. Thank you all for listening at this moment in time. There is way more information online about what happens to us physically and mentally by being exposed to violence, poverty, and other types of toxic community dynamics. Please like and I would like to educate you one more thing. That there is rehabilitation doctors from the East Coast to the West Coast, all over, that won't on air to implement rehabilitation, proactive violent prevention. Not one outlet will allow us to do this. So let's do it together. Thank you all.